Hi guys, welcome. This is part 8 of the greatest mini survival tin ever created. And of course, when I say words like that, clearly I'm biased because I'm the one who put this kit together. But I'm making these videos to show you why my bias is based on fact. So I think this kit is really awesome. But I've said this before, you might not necessarily like the way I've put it together. So what I'm doing with some of these videos is to compare my price for my kit that's already put together to some of the main websites. So we've already looked at REI and Amazon, and we've looked at eBay, which my kit is on eBay. But I'm saying if you wanted to find all the individual parts yourself on eBay, that was the last video, part 7. I took you through how to find the cheapest options that are the most comparable to what I give you if you wanted to put your kit together by yourself. Today, we're going to look at Walmart. And there's already a spoiler alert. You can see that if you find comparable items on the Walmart website, it's going to cost you $88.55. So spoiler alert, that's how much it will cost you for the cheapest, most comparable items. Let's just go ahead and look at them. So the same Mylar blanket that I give you will cost $4.59. Incidentally, all of these are the cheapest options, including shipping. One of the items has extra shipping, but it's still cheaper than the items without shipping. So we'll get to that in a second, but I just want to make that note that I looked at all the total cost. All right, you can find the same paracord bracelet that I offer you with the same fire starter and compass and whistle and paracord length for $5.99. For cord locks, the cheapest option is to buy a 5-pack. This cord lock has a single hole, so the one I give you has 2 different holes, but you could still use this. You could just stick both the sides of the elastic through or whatever if you wanted to. But the cheapest option is to buy a 5-pack, and it's $3.60. All right, they do have a signal mirror, but it's about 5 inches long, so it's not going to fit inside the kit. I don't know the dimensions on this compact mirror. I couldn't find how big it was, but I'm assuming it's compact size, so probably 3 inches. So that's not going to fit inside your case at all, and it doesn't have a keychain option on it, so you'll have to just carry your mirror separately. But this is the cheapest mirror that they have. The signal mirror that they offer is $6.99, but this one is $5.75. So when I'm looking at all these items, I will opt for the cheaper option because I'm trying to save you money, Like I'm trying to show you that I'm not trying to pull one over on you. If you were to compile this kit yourself, it's going to cost you more than what I'm asking. But I'm just proving that to you, okay? You can look these things, you can fact check me easily. You can go to these websites and fact check me. But I just want to show you that according to what I found on these websites, these are the cheapest, most comparable items. Now, the copper wire for 24 gauge pure copper wire, the cheapest option that I could find was 50 feet. There were some shorter lengths that were a little cheaper, but they weren't pure copper. And it does need to be pure copper if you're wanting to include this in your kit for the purpose of dealing with bee and wasp stings. And yes, I have used pure copper on a bee sting before, and it does work. And I'm allergic to bee stings. So it needs to be pure copper though if you're going to use it to help heal a bee sting and to pull the poison out. That's why I'm so picky about the items that I put in my kit. Like the wire has to be pure copper because of the bee sting factor. The cloth has to be linen because linen is a healing fabric. So those kind of things are important to me. All right, so anyways, moving on. They don't have reusable tinder, or actually they do. The reusable tinder that they have is comparable to what Amazon has, where it's that wax coated rope that is inside a metal tube that you kind of slide the metal tube up as you burn the rope. But their option for that was $10 or $11 was the cheapest one. And so again, I'm trying to opt for the cheaper option. So the cheapest tinder on Walmart is not reusable, but it's $5.95. That's the cheapest tinder you can get. All right, then nobody ever has that same LED light, the little mini light that I give you with the cop car lights and the SOS and headlamp option. But the cheapest rechargeable mini light is this COB light. It's similar to the one on Amazon. And I've told you before, this is a really good light. I have several of them and I like them a lot. So again, this is not going to fit inside the tin. You're going to have to carry it on the outside, but it's the best option I could find for the cheapest price, $7.35. And this one has a few options that my light doesn't have, which is a magnet on the back. It has a clip on the top and it has a bottle opener function. But it only has 3 light functions, which are bright, low, and strobe, and they're all white colored. So it also doesn't fit inside the tin. So it just depends on what you're looking for. And anyways, I like the one that I have in my kit. Of course I like the one I have in my kit. I made it, or I put it together. All right, the cheapest option for a headband is this yoga headband for $5.09. They did have a thin black elastic headband for $1, but the shipping was $5.95. So you probably don't want to pay $7 for a piece of black elastic. So that's why this is the cheapest alternate to that. Even though it's wider, you can't do as much with this headband as with the thinner black elastic, but it's still a headband and this is the cheapest option. All right, linen. So apparently Walmart doesn't sell linen napkins, nor do they sell linen clothing. I looked all through the clothing and there was nothing I could find was 100% linen that was under $20. So that's why this is the cheapest option. If you want 100% linen, you have to buy a yard of 60-inch wide fabric off a bolt. So 1 yard, 36 inches times 60 inches, that's the area of the fabric that you're going to get for this option. Now, if you wanted to just nix the linen because you don't see any need for that, and instead of putting linen in your kit, you'd rather just have Band-Aids, then you could just skip the linen and just use regular Band-Aids. Maybe use your shirt to filter water into your cup. Maybe use some cotton balls or something to protect the Fresnel lens inside your kit. You have other options. But even if you took the linen out of the kit, it's still going to cost you $68.56. So either way, even if you take the linen out, my price for my whole kit is still better than what Walmart would give you. The cheapest metal folding cup is $8.37 for the same one that I give you. And again, for a limited time, I give you a black zipper case to go with it. Then, okay, the knife was the hardest thing to find because they don't have anything like what I have. This knife is, when it's closed, it's 3 inches and 1/4, 3 1/4 inches. So it's not going to fit inside your tin. You're going to have to clip it to the outside. So keep in mind too, that if you're clipping all these items to the outside, it kind of defeats the purpose of having a tin. But I guess then you'd have more room to carry some of those personal items that you feel are important. So that's also an option. What I don't like about this knife is the fact that it doesn't lock. And it doesn't really kill me that the blade is straight and not serrated, but there are advantages to having a half serrated blade like the one I give you, because it's a lot easier to make feather sticks with a half serrated blade. But anyway, I'm just showing you this because that is the cheapest option, even though you still have to pay shipping. So the knife is $3.85, but this one, $2.99 shipping. That's still the cheapest option for a mini knife like this. I do have to say, if it were me, I would not get this knife because they do have that same Gerber Paraframe, I think it's called. It's the mini Gerber knife for just under $10. So I'd actually, if it were me, I would nix this black knife and I would just pay $3 more for the Gerber knife because it's a lot nicer. It's still, when it's closed, is like 3 inches long. So that's going to be another situation where you have to carry it on the outside of the tin, but still the Gerber knife is going to be a lot nicer than that one. I'm just looking at that as the cheapest, most comparable item. But again, this one doesn't have a locking blade. And to me, that's a really important feature. All right, next is the Fresnel lens. Cheapest one is $5.04. You will, of course, have to cut it because I believe that this one is about 4 inches. So it's not going to fit inside your kit, but you can easily cut it. I've shown you at least 2 times how to do that. All right, so that out the door is $88.55. Again, if you skip the linen, it will make it just under $70. So still, my price is better, but if you wanted to make a kit yourself, you certainly are free to do so. So anyways, thank you for watching this, and I hope you have a great day. In the next couple of videos, I'm going to start comparing my kit to actual other survival tins because I'm starting to get trolls, and I knew I'd get trolls because anytime you talk about survival and you're not like some kind of a celebrity, you're going to get trolls because people are like, oh, I don't like that knife. Oh, I don't like that fire starter. Ow, you know? And it's like, guys, I'm not saying that this tin is going to save your life. I'm saying that this tin is better than the other mini survival tins out there. That's what I'm saying. So anyways, come back and I'm going to compare my kit to some of the other compiled tins out there and compare price and whatever. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day. And if you're a troll, I especially hope you have a great day because you clearly aren't happy with yourself. But anyways, bye. I'll talk to you next time.